John Simey was interested in a fringe. He didn't know a lot about the terrain, and he, as a result, went to his pal Laura Hubert, who brought a bunch of people together, and that was really the beginning of a discussion. I was, at that time, working with Don McKellar and Tracy Wright. We were already doing work, but that was an important step when we did a show, the first Fringe, Indulgence, and through that show I also met Daniel Mackay. So that was my first contact, was before it existed. Fringe was a place where a lot of us initially came together or tried stuff out. It was a very important time. I think back then, of course, the Fringe didn't have its own life. It was a place where you would try out material or first version of a show. It's become its own kind of industry in almost its own form of theater that seems to be one of the areas in which there's actually growth. The kind of naive, throw yourself into an idea, charge ahead, damn the torpedoes madness that sometimes art needs finds itself in a venue like the Fringe. There's something different at stake with the Fringe in a way that there's really no consequence for failure. I mean, there's, embarrassment, but it's easier to pick yourself up and move along, and no one's lost money, and everything's okay. So, yeah, these kinds of venues in a city like Toronto, I think, are hugely important. Happy 25th anniversary, Fringe of Toronto. May you thrive for another 25 years at the very least.